folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check, 47. So don't say nothing.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Giants have it, it's picked up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense.
Saquon Barkley running right. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing Jones, and his throw here's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Bravo! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, watch that.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. Being chased out left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back to throw. Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Parker. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Mixon will try the right side, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First and 10 at the 40.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 3. Watch twist. Check. Go.
Brissett again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Jones now operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, high 7. Hey. Let's go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
60 out, Law. 57, come on. Hey, we're pretty quiet here. Yep.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Forced out to his left, and his pass incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Brissett. Going deep for Diggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game.
And oh, that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
He's playing to win. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. He's tired of reading.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll return it from the 6. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd and 5 now. Reset. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go play action here on first down. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Switch up, switch up.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Hey, Zoo. Line 36. Line 36. Yeah. 36 to Mike. Okay, just like that. Smoke. Line 36. Line 36. Check.
Here's Jones throwing on third and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight right. Let's go.
Diggs with a good footwork. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 7. Mike 7. Not here. Mike 7. Mike.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Trey Williams.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Brissett sets to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun to give to Mixon. And down to the 36-yard line here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Okay, double up. 57 to Mike. 57. Hey, Delta. Here we go. 57 to Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Brissett. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Come on, D. Hey, check, Mike, 47.
To throw, Brissett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Fresno. Look at me. Zipper. Stay at home. Mike Smith to 7.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Saquon Barkley, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Chargers have just scored, so they extend their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, Brissett going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The toss out to Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Get it.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, New York.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, watch that. Check that.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
54's Mike. 54
Jones to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops 39-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Any day.
At the 41-yard line.
Check. Hold tight. Check your heart rate.
On first down, Mixon. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down.
Again, it's Mixon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch the screen.
Brissett now. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. Mike 5.
Coming to you. Finds the mic. I got you. Quick there. Go. Come. 6.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on,
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is Parker, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Bravo.
50 go. 57 Mike. It's a party.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
61, matchbox, right, 2.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 11. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Defense, let's go. My 5, my 5, my 5. Watch QB.
First down, Brissett. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something?
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
one thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Get it.
This is Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Barkley, not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Be careful.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Third down.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Barkley, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Again, it's Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he comes back with one complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Brissett to throw on first. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, it's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
These guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Hey.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me Went up in this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.